Well, last year was one of the worst years ever if you speak to people for illnesses like colds and flus. But I think this year, honestly, Tyler, I got this cold. And I usually don't get colds very often, but it's been off and on for about 4 weeks now. Now, it hasn't put me in bed or anything like it did others in my family because I do take my vitamin D. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been like last year, like you said, it was fairly brutal. It just went on and on. The long winter probably didn't help. But this year already we've got a lot of people sick, a lot of pregnant women sick as well as a lot of kids, and it's back to school, so that's to be expected to some extent. But yeah, it's been pretty gnarly altogether, and there's that D68 virus as well that some parents are a little bit concerned about too.
Yeah, very, you know, because of course in the news and stuff they talk about it having similar symptoms to polio. So of course you hear that, you get, you know, really freaked out, and then, you know, Ebola and all that kind of stuff, right? So it does kind of scare you, and you kind of feel like these things are almost like superbugs because they get into you and you can't really kick them. So what are some of the things that we can do when, especially when it comes to food, because what we put into our bodies makes a huge difference. It's
90% of the way is just diet and exercise. You know, obviously exercise is a big thing. It gets your immune system flowing. But as far as diet, like with our kids, because they make lunch every day, so we try to get wherever we can, try to get some, you know, food-based into their systems. The big two categories are antioxidants, so your vitamin C, your vitamin A, your beta carotenes. Those are the big factors.
And those are coming with a lot of your fruits and berries and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Fruits and vegetables, the more colorful, the better. A lot of it is grab and go. So when you're making lunches, if you don't have a lot of time to prepare, like this is, for example, like some typical things that we put in a kid's lunch. So it takes no effort to put in some berries, throw in some grapes. You know, some kids like their apples sliced up. You can do oranges as well. But it's easy to do. It takes no preparation whatsoever. You know, you just grab the food out of the fridge, stick it in a, you know, some sort of Tupperware container, and you're good to go. This, you know, sometimes parents have issues trying to get their kids to eat broccoli. Steamed broccoli, amazingly enough,
takes tough for them to eat the broccoli, but you put a little bit of cheese on there. It doesn't have to be a lot.
And if you steam it a little bit,
protein.
Yeah, and if you steam a little bit, steam the broccoli a little bit, it takes like the bite out, the broccoli bite. So definitely good to do that. Natural meat, so ideally we would do like cube chicken or something like that. But if you don't have cube chicken, going with like a natural, there's a company called Natural Selections that makes preservative-free.
Yeah, which a lot of people are turning to, and it's really great that we have those options out there. And then, you know, you've got your chickpeas and egg too, which is an easy way to add protein.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
You know, healthy foods on hand and easy for kids to get to as well. My kids will like come home and just roll up a piece of turkey or ham after school and eat it, and it's all the preservative-free ones. So, you know, I feel pretty good about that. It's nice and easy for them. But when it comes to some supplements, I know we've talked before, vitamin D, it can be so key.
Yeah, vitamin D is key. That's the big one. Now with vitamin D, like the one thing that I'll say from my personal experience is, you know, I've been doing this for like years, and the one sort of supplement that has, you know, recently caught my attention has been vitamin D. You know, like we had talked about before, it used to be just for rickets, and rickets, nobody has rickets, so why even bother thinking about vitamin D? But lately the research has been really focused on immune health, you know, even some cancer prevention research and that type of thing.
Because we don't get enough on our own, right? So that's why, for the most part, it's important to add it to your diet.
That's right. There's no good dietary source unless you're out in the sunlight. In Canada, when you go to work, it's dark. You come home, it's dark. And the same thing with kids sometimes, right? Like they'll get recess and that type of thing. But sunscreen prevents vitamin D synthesis.
I was going to say, now we're all covered up with sunscreen and clothes in the sun anyway, right?
So our levels, it's estimated that about 2/3 of Canadians are deficient in vitamin D, and by deficient, that's like a very low standard to begin with. So the nice thing about vitamin D is it's dirt cheap, first of all. Now, having said that, there is a big divide between vitamin Ds. I've seen things go for 10 cents a serving a day up to $1 a serving per day for the exact same thing. So just be mindful of that. But in my experience,
do some research and get educated on which one you should be buying.
And the drops are always usually cheaper than the pills, and they don't taste like much. They actually are slightly.
And what
sweet
about
usually.
multivitamins and something like a probiotic?
Yeah, so probiotics is the next big thing. Probiotics mostly help with the germs that would be entering your body through your digestive tract. So not the stuff that you inhale when somebody sneezes in your face, but the stuff that basically, you know, gets on your fingers. And most of this is, you know, we're focusing on kids today. Kids like to stick everything in their mouth and put it in their fingers.
And they don't care about washing their hands. No, we tell them to.
That's not a big concern for them. So the probiotics basically form like a barrier that, you know, whatever bugs get into your body through your digestive system don't actually make it into your bloodstream. They're killed before they get there by healthy bacteria instead. And with our family, we don't have a specific kids one that we normally use. We just use the adult one and just give them like a smaller dose.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of difference anyways.
Fair enough.
Multivitamins are definitely good. Like ideally everything should be is done through the diet as much as possible. Multi is just a way of sort of ensuring that if your children has a child has an off day, that they're at least covered to some extent by their multi.
And then vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Right?
Now with vitamin C, because with kids, when it comes to vitamin C, a lot of kids obviously like the chewables. We actually recommend a buffered vitamin C, so it's pH neutral, so it's not acidic. Normally vitamin C chewables are very acidic and they can cause dental caries, so they contribute to cavities.
Not good.
Not good. So if you get a buffered vitamin C, which is basically neutralized, so it's pH neutral, like something like this, which is a sodium ascorbate, they can chew it, it's pH neutral, it doesn't erode their enamel at all. Same thing with kids who, when it comes to fighting a cold, drinking lots of fluid is important. Rather than doing juice, you can take something like a vitamin C packet that's naturally flavored. Makes their water taste like juice. It's fizzy, it's fun, and it's got 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
Which is what you want.
Can't go wrong.
Excellent. We could talk forever on this topic. And I'm sure we will again, because it's just the beginning of cold and flu season. Tyler, thanks so much. It's so good to have you in. Full Circle Healthcare is a great place to go. They offer a full circle of things that you can use to be healthy. I like it. FullCircleHealthcare.ca. You can also follow them on Twitter. They also have workshops and things that you can attend, so check them out. Full of knowledge there, and they're happy to help you. All right.